Hello guys, I'm Data and welcome to my channel. It's July patch time and we have some interesting news that we will analyze step by step. First, we're starting with the Platinum Collection number 5. As usual, same stuff of the other Platinum collections. If you guys don't know, they're basically taking the standard non-hero mechs and creating new alternatives that have a different camo and that also have the hero bonus. So these are standard variants with the new camo and the hero bonus. You have to buy them if you want them. Mech Quirks adjustments, Javelins. Javelins were already pretty good and they benefited from the 10% SRM heat reduction. Now they get also these quirks on top of it. I don't think they're over the top, but you should definitely give them a look. Jenner and Jenner 2C, the armor is increased in the center torso from 14 to plus 18. Please notice that Inner Sphere Jenners already have plus 10 structure in the CT, so this puts a total of plus 28. This is one of the very common cases where you see the bias of the majority of the Cauldron members in favor for the pseudo-light gameplay. If a Jenner 35 tonner, bad hitboxes, needs plus 28 in total in the center torso, then a bad 100 tonner needs, weighting 3 times as much as this one, needs 3 times as much. So if a Jenner gets plus 28, then a 100 tonner should get plus 85 in the CT, like a Fafnir King Crab. If this gets plus 28, what does a King Crab get? Plus 85? Of course not, because the King Crab isn't a light and this one is. Same thing with the Jenner 2. It already has incredible heavy medium laser quirks. The heavy medium lasers are already incredible weapons. They deal 10 damage, just 1 ton, and damage per hit wise are already better than the Clan ER mediums. And this, of course, plus 5 wasn't enough. Plus 15, because when we're talking about assaults, hey, crazy, goes low, plus 5 maximum. And when we get to lights, of course, plus 15 slapped left and right, because fuck this game. Let's overbuff our favorite weight class more and more. Firestarter Ember. This all started from the fact that Firestarters with small pulses and machine guns, heavy machine guns, were hitting way over the top. So with the excuse of removing machine gun rough, it gets overbuffed even more instead of getting nerfed, because fuck this game, let's overbuff the shit out of our favorite lights. So it's losing machine gun rough and it gets 15 standard near medium laser range, 15 medium pulse laser range, on top of 10 heat, and since snap PPCs are not already broken, let's buff them even more, of course, and give snap PPC heat. Okay, excellent. Firestarter Firestorm. Finally, the Firestorm received, usually in the past it didn't have any survival quirks, but it had superior agility. At some point they decided, hey, why don't we give them all the same survival, but accidentally forget to give them also the same agility. So the Firestorm remained the one with the same survival, but more agility. At least it loses the 10 machine gun rough, but whatever. Wolfhounds. Previous light mechs over performers. Wolfhound 5 medium pulse. It has been one of the strongest mechs in the game, used at the highest levels of comp, even in the World Championship 2017, and then they weren't touched later. That was just the best performing light in game, together with the Commando and the Flea. And somehow, when it's about heavies and assaults that perform over the previous overperformers, let's hurry up and nerf them. So 3 nerfs to the Clan ER larges, 4 nerfs to the Clan large pulses, and then repeated nerfs on Supernovas with ER large, Marauder 2 with PPC Gauss, and so on. As soon as a heavy or assault performs slightly over the old overperformers, let's hurry up and nerf them into the ground. Instead, when it's about light mechs, Snap PPCs are overbuffed, light PPCs are overbuffed, small pulses and machine guns are overbuffed, and of course, the old overperformer doesn't perform anymore. What do we do? Apply the same logic? Of course not. Let's pick the old overperformer and buff the shit out of it. That's what happened with the Wolfhounds. They got floated with every kind of possible quirk left and right, so just go and play them. Phoenix Hawk. This has to do with a hill climb adjustment. It was working in the wrong way. When you used those skill nodes, you were actually nerfing your mech. It was working in the reverse way. And this was a negative quirk, so it has been adjusted accordingly together with the fix to the base functioning of the nodes. Hunchbacks, buffs to the shit Hunchbacks. The AC20 teamed one. I don't know why this one got UAC jam chance. This was the AC10 one. Now apparently it's gonna be the UAC one. For J, the Lerm one. For SP, the Brawl one. Got more brawling quirks. Green Iron. This could potentially get maybe 2 light gausses and that's it. Maybe. Check them out. I don't think these are going to be a problem. This instead is just a let's shit on the game and refuse to apply the same logic across the 4 weight classes. Instead of this is just a let's shit on the game and that's it. It's you pick an old overperformer and you buff the shit out of it. This is just dishonest, 100%. Trebuchet. Laser duration. This is the standard laser one that jumps. It's fine mech. It's gonna be pretty good with these quirks. Vigo 4. This is the medium pulse one without jump jets. That's fine. It's not over the top at all. Vigo Re. I've heard some idiots saying, "Hey, Buffalo, some love for the Vigo Re." When? This is the best Vigo. By far. Mask, 2 PPCs, fast engine, go whatever the fuck you want, do whatever the fuck you want. Even with this nerf, it's by far the best Vigo in the game. Why? Because it's overbuffed above the old overperformer Vigo with 3 PPCs. By far, you're faster, you have more heat efficiency, and you have Mask. It's Mask. Mask is a huge boost to the behavior of a mech. When a mech has Mask, it's incredibly better than the same mech without Mask. Vigalry has Mask. So this got nerfed, yes, but even with the nerf, is still the best Vapor Eagle in the game, and maybe one of the best mediums, if not the best medium in the game. Mad Dogs is pretty shit. Get some random quirks, but whatever, it's pretty shit anyways. Sun Spider D, same thing. Whatever. Random set of 8 quirks to make set of 8 less cancerous. Banshee La Malinche, these quirks just didn't work, so they got removed. And instead of these ones, it gets the new ones. Mainly oriented towards PPC, heavy PPCs, AC10s, maybe 3 heavy PPCs and AC10 combo. I hope that with these quirks the Banshee will perform decently, the La Malinche Banshee. Okay, whatever. Minor quirks for minor omnipods. King Crabs. You know, again, CT is too big on the Jenner. It needs CT. Okay, plus 28 on a 35 tonner. So plus 28 on a 35 tonner. What do we put on a 100 tonner? Plus 30. Then minor quirks on the other king crabs. This doesn't change anything. Mainly the assaults need some more agility to be able to at least move. This is why they're bad. They're bad because, in fact, they never received an agility pass, and the agility pass is getting blocked and blocked and blocked repeatedly, because why not? Let's aim to do our new games and to toy around with snub noses here and there, because hey, that's important, but giving these mechs a proper agility pass, that's not important. Tower of A, set of 8. What's gonna do? 3 RPPCs in alpha in one arm. Whatever. Ballistics. This is useful. Ghost Rifle. Reduced cooldown to 4.25. This is going to be useful for the Inner Sphere Gauss Vomit mechs. So those mechs where you put 2 Gauss and some lasers. For example, Hero, Mauler, Knockout, 2 Gauss and 4 regular large lasers. Ravager, Corsair with 2 Gauss, 3 large lasers, 3 are mediums. In general, all of those Inner Sphere mechs that are meant to have Ghost Rifle together with Laser Vomit. Skill tree adjustments. This is pretty interesting. Quick ignition node increased to 12%. Whatever, I'm not going to use it anyways, but it doesn't matter. It's fine this way. Hill climb now works. It didn't used to work. Now it works. You should check it out. Reinforced casing. This is very interesting. You should definitely start putting reinforced casing on your mechs. Torso pitch, torso yaw. This is just the way I personally see it, a way to delay as much as possible the very much more needed agility pass for the assaults. This is like, hey, let's put some more agility into nodes that you can't pick anyways, because you have 91 nodes. You don't have 130 nodes, so you can buff the agility node as much as you want. But on the assaults, you need radar deprivation, or you get lurmed to death. You need survival nodes, and even with survival nodes, you don't have enough survival. Then, unlike machine guns and small pulses that work well even without the weapon nodes, the bigger weapons are not that overpowered. So without heat nodes or range nodes or cooldown nodes, they just don't work. So you need the weapon tree. And once you put the radar deprivation, the full survival, the weapon tree, the double cool shot, double strike, there is nothing left to torso yaw, torso pitch, agility nodes, because without the other ones, the mechs just can't even exit from the mech bay. It doesn't work this way. You can buff torso pitch, torso yaw in the skill tree as much as you want. It's just a fake buff to throw smoke in the eyes so that the much more needed core agility pass gets delayed as much as possible. This one was a major fuck up of the first agility pass, because they buffed the speed of the horizontal moving of the turret, but they didn't touch the vertical speed. Now, the nodes affect that as well, but the base fuck up was not corrected. As a result, if you play with arm lock on, when you try to move the mouse in circles fast, instead of moving in circles, it designed a figure that is pretty much like this, because it moves more horizontally than it does vertically. And you notice this especially if you try to arm lock on mechs like 80 tonners plus. You'll definitely notice it. It just throws off your aim. It feels like you have 2 different sensitivities. It's very annoying, but it's not getting fixed yet. This very minor buff that affects heavier chassis. So what happens is that since the way the game goes right now, 80 plus tonners are already just food for other weight classes to farm. At least with this change, the other weight classes will enjoy even more farming on this poor mechs. That, yeah, they're getting something, but that's basically a non-change. You saw that pretty clearly on the Fafnir. Its CT armor a couple of patches, more than a couple of patches ago, went up by plus 15 points, and you don't even notice it, because a concept, a very basic concept that many Cauldron members keep struggling to understand, is that on a big mech, the amount of armor that you need to add to make a difference, a tangible difference, is way more than the armor that you need to add on a light to make a tangible difference. See what happens with the Mistlinks, for example. The point is that the small mech moves fast, people miss. Also, the servers don't reg properly, so sometimes the shots go through. Instead, if there is a Fafnir, King Crab, a Direwolf walking, even trying to tank, the hitboxes move so slow and are so big that in order to make a tangible difference, you have to increase the armor by huge numbers. But of course, this concept, they just don't get it. So it's gonna be a sort of placebo, like taking a king crab and giving it plus 10 armor and the CT plus 10 structure doesn't do anything. What is it? Plus 20 survival on an assault. What is it, like a third of an alpha strike? That's what it is. Like a king crab will resist to an extra, not even one extra alpha strike, but a third, 1/3 of an alpha strike. Instead, on a light, it's different, because even when you alpha a light mech with lasers, you will never hit always the same component. The server will never register all the damage, so adding plus 20 to a light means that he's resisting to 2 extra alpha strikes. So the amount of armor that you need to add on a big mech to make a tangible difference is way more than this. Basically, this that has been seen left and right on the forums, like, oh, so choppy, blah, blah, usual shitheads with like worms in the brain. This is basically a non-change. Okay, this is pretty important. Groups Quickplay. There was a bug in the last month. Basically, more groups were stacked together all on one side in Quickplay. This resulted in a deterioration of the Quickplay quality, because it could happen that maybe on your team there wasn't even one group or just one small group, and on the enemy team there were 3-4 men pre-mates. Now it's different. These are the restrictions. There will be a lot less group stacking. So of course the quality of the quick play is going to increase a lot. As for this, okay, minor stuff, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of content. If so, remember to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell to enable the notifications. I'll catch you guys next time.